Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Coach Jeff here with Asiamah Academy, and I'm going to give you guys 5 steps on how to make your basketball team. All right, so this video is going to be specifically for middle school or high school basketball players, but you could also use this video if you're in college or even if you're in 5th grade. You know, if you're a parent watching this, this can apply to your child, 4th, 5th grade as well. All right. So we're gonna have this video off the court, just because I want this video to be a little bit more personal for you guys. All right. So we're gonna get right into it. So I'm gonna give you guys 5 steps on how to make a team. Okay, any basketball team. All right. So before we get into the steps, the very first thing that I want to say is you gotta keep working on your game. All right. Anything in life, if you want to be good at anything in life at all, you always got to work on your game. Okay. You always got to practice. You got to work hard. Nothing good comes easy, right? So you always got to be willing to make sacrifices, and just put that time in. Every chance you get, always be willing to work hard. All right. So I just wanted to put that out there for you guys. Always be willing to work hard to get better, just in general. Okay. Now let's get into the 5 steps. So the first step is to make sure you can get in contact with the coach of the team. All right. Whether you're in middle school or high school or in college, these coaches, they always have, summer basketball workouts. All right. So if you get a chance to get on to one of those summer workouts, it's going to give you a very, very good chance of making that team. All right. Think of it this way. If you were a coach, right, and you just came off a season, you have about, let's say, 14 guys on your team and 4 guys graduated, right? And you got 10 players coming back, in the back of your mind, those guys, those guys are going to be on the team the following season, right? So they're not really thinking about who's going to be a new face on the team and stuff like that. Usually when tryouts comes, it's usually about 30, 40, sometimes 50, 60 kids in the gym trying out. So it's going to be a lot of faces that the coach is looking at. So it's going to be harder for you to get spotted if you just show up on the day of tryouts. Now, if you email the coach, you have a conversation with him, and you show up during the summertime, you'll have a good chance, because now, this coach has now seen you a lot more. Your face is now more familiar. So the coach will now have a better chance of picking you, because they've seen you a lot more. All right. So very first step, make sure you email the coach, message the coach, go into the school, try to talk to the coach in person and see what they're doing, before tryouts comes. All right. So the second step is know your role. Okay. You got to know your role. If you are a point guard and you're good at dribbling the ball, you have good handles, make sure that when you bring the ball up, you're not, quick to shoot the ball. You're not going to slash to the rim. Make sure that as a point guard, if that's what you're good at, you're speaking to the guys on your team, you're orchestrating the offense. Maybe you're calling for a screen, things like that. If you're a shooter, don't try to take it to the rim. You know what I'm saying? If you're a defender, don't try to get the ball and now all of a sudden you're trying to score. Make sure you do what you do best. If you're a big man, make sure you're focusing on being down low, getting your post ups, going up, showing your post moves off. Whatever you're good at, make sure that you showcase that to the coach. Okay? Now the third step is to communicate. Okay? It's very, very important to communicate on the basketball court. A lot of the times on these levels, especially in middle school and high school, these student athletes, they don't communicate a lot. And a lot of the times, this is the reason why coaches like to put, the team on the line. because they don't communicate a lot. And, communication goes unnoticed a lot of the times. So make sure that when you're in this tryout, that you communicate a lot on defense and a lot on offense. For example, if I was on defense and I see a guy coming up to set a screen, not only am I going to let the player know, my teammate know, that the screen is coming, I'm going to let them know what side the screen is coming on. So if a screen is coming to the left, I'm going to say, screen left, screen right. If you're by yourself, if your teammate is by yourself, like guarding the person with the ball, let them know, by yourself. That way the person won't have to worry about, oh, is a screen coming to my left? Is a screen coming to my right? All right. On offense, you want to communicate as well. If you're on the right side of the wing and you want to go through to the left side, let your players know, I'm going through, just different things. As long as you're communicating, that's going to give you a very good chance of making the team. All right, now the fourth step is to be coachable. All right, you want to make sure that you're being coachable and you're listening, you're paying attention. You want to make sure that when the coach, articulates a drill, you want to show the coach that you heard what he said and you're able to follow through on that. So for example, if the coach says, okay, we're going to do 3-man weaves, I want all my players to make the layup, go for the layup. And you do the 3-man weave, and instead of you going for the layup, you take a jump shot. Those are things that it's not going to be a good look. The coach is going to look at that and say, okay, this person is trying to show off his shot, but that's not what I asked for. If the coach says, hey, I want you to run this play, run it the whole time through, and instead of you running it the whole time through, you go take a layup or you take a jump shot, the coach isn't gonna, he's not gonna respond to that well. So you want to make sure you follow exactly what the coach is saying. You want to make sure you give him eye contact, you're listening, and you do exactly what he says. If he says layup drills, you're doing layup drills. Shooting drills, you're doing shooting drills. Follow the play. You want to make sure you follow the play the whole way through. All right, so now the last step, the fifth step, is make sure you have good grades. All right, make sure your grades are good. Okay, in college, usually tryout starts early in the school semester, but in high school and in middle school, by the time tryouts comes, your report card is already out, so they can kind of gauge, who's going to be serious when it comes to school, who's going to be able to stay on the team and this and that. So you want to make sure that your grades are good, because when the time comes and, let's say you and another player, you guys are pretty much, the same type of player, but one person's grades is better than the other. The coach is going to select the person with the better grades, because you got to have a certain grade to maintain, your place on the team. So you want to make sure that your grades is good, because the coach is going to have a higher chance of selecting you. All right. So yeah, make sure, I know, we're all athletes. You want to do our thing with basketball, but you never want to forget that school is also important as well. All right, you want to stay focused on your books no matter what. Okay, so that's the 5 steps. I'm just gonna go over it real quick, just a quick review. First step, make sure you message the coach. All right, you want to email the coach. Don't wait until tryouts come and then show up, because what's gonna happen is the coach might overlook you. Even if you're doing good, the coach might overlook you because there's so many kids in the gym. Don't get me wrong, you still might have it, you still might make the team, but it's going to be harder because of the fact that, there's a lot of people in the gym. The second thing is know your role, okay? If you're a shooter, make sure you focus on shooting the ball. If you're a defender, make sure you lock somebody up, make sure you stay in front of that person. Don't let somebody score. If you're a rebounder, make sure you go and get all those rebounds, all right? Grab as many rebounds as you can. Third step is to communicate, all right? Make sure you're communicating both on defense and offense. All right, and also, encourage your teammates as well. Give them high fives. Good job. Good shot, good pass. Things like that. Make sure you communicate, especially if you're the point guard. You want to make sure you're communicating a lot. When you bring the ball up, things like that. But make sure you're always talking. All right. Now the fourth step: be coachable. Okay. Make sure you follow all the plays, all the drills. You just want to make sure that you're listening to the coach, okay? And the last step is make sure you have good grades, all right? Again, you want to focus on school. You want to make sure that, as much as you're putting in work on the basketball court, you want to put in work in the classroom as well. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. Remember to bring that lion mentality to the tryout, all right? Have a game face on, and you'll be good, all right? Just make sure you work hard. Don't take a play off. Do the best that you can. And, if it doesn't work out for you, there's always next year. Even me, my freshman year in high school, I got cut. And, I wasn't sure. I was nervous going into the tryout. And I thought I did all right, but I wasn't able to make it. I was a little confused. I was hurt. But, I learned a lot from that experience. I practiced a lot on my game. And when I went back my sophomore year, I focused a lot on what I was good at. And at that time, I was really good with dribbling, and I was good with getting to the basket. And my defense was good as well. So I made sure that when I got in there to, not shoot a lot, because that wasn't my game, Made sure to go to the rim, and I made sure to play good defense. I actually remember I crossed someone up. I did an in and out crossover, and then I went up, finished. I'm pretty sure that's what got me on the team, doing that in and out crossover to the basket in my 10th grade year. And the rest is history. But you want to make sure that you're always working on your game. All right. So best of luck to you guys. If you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to message me on Instagram, or you can just leave a comment down below, and I'll be more than happy to give you guys some advice. All right. Take care, guys. Have a great day. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. All right. If you have any comments, any questions, please feel free to leave a comment down below, and subscribe to this channel so you never miss a video again. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck.